Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt review time again. And this time I'm going to be re-reviewing Gold Baron Paydirt, and more specifically, his new 1 gram bag of Paydirt. Well, it's not really new, it's new to me because I've never reviewed it, but it did come out last year, I believe in October or November, but that's when I was purchasing and getting set up for my championship, and I only allow sellers who have already reviewed before into the championship, so I didn't have time to review him and then put him in the championship. So it took me a while to get to it, but that's what we're going to go through today. His full gram, guaranteed 1 gram bag of Paydirt from Gold Baron Paydirt. So I'm pretty excited. I have reviewed him before, but it was his 1/4 gram bag of Paydirt and his little smaller one. I think it's a 1/10 of a gram, something like that. The super small one didn't get a great review from me, but the other one wasn't too bad considering its price. This one should be much better because it's a full gram, so the ROI should be much better. And it seems like he's improved pretty much everything on his website, from description to full grams and things like that. So let's just get into it. Let's flash up the description for this bag of Paydirt, go to the overhead, and check it out a little bit closer. As you saw, a really great description on this bag of Paydirt. I think it pretty much has everything on my criteria, from where the dirt comes from, where the gold is from, its material been classified down. You know, all the information I look for is in there. So a ton of information, a really good description, and it's not overly long. But let's weigh it up. It is supposed to be 1 pound, or roughly 1 pound. It does have a little bit of a disclaimer in there saying it might weigh a little bit less or a little bit more. Let's see. 1 pound, 9.2 ounces, so a little bit over the 1 pound. Let's open this up. Check out the material. I will rinse out the bag before the end of the video, just in case some gold got trapped in there. But some heavy looking material, that's for sure. It definitely looks like there might be some black sands and magnetite. Guess it comes with a little vial as well. Yeah. That's aside. Let's check it. So has a decent bit, not too much, not as heavy as it looks. I mean, looks like it's got a lot of black sands, but not much magnetite. I won't really know until I pan it out though. So let's go get some water and do just that. Now, I'm not going to classify this material down. I am going to just pan it out just the way it is. But at the end, when I show you the results, I will classify the gold down. So let's go get the water, listen to some music, and do some panning.
Down by the river where the willows don't sway, the Gold Baron laughs at the break of the day. 1 gram of glitter, he holds it so tight, dreams of an empire in that fleck of light. Pan it down, watch it gleam, gold rush fever, a fool's bright dream. Spin the story, let it unfold. 1 gram of gold makes a man feel bold. His boots hit the ground, dust clings to his heels. A kingdom of dirt, his fortune concealed. Water rolls by, but it won't pay his debts. His bag's feeling lighter with each pan he gets. Pan it down, watch it gleam, gold rush fever, a fool's bright dream. Spin the story, let it unfold. 1 gram of gold makes a man feel bold. He hums an old tune, a hymn for the lost. A fire in his eyes, but he's counting the cost. The pick hits the stone, the day turns to night. The Gold Baron's fading, but he won't lose the fight. He dreams of a castle all decked out in gold, but all that he's got is this Paydirt he sold. His hands are all calloused, his spirit persists, a legend in the making, or does kingdom of dirt, his fortune concealed. Water rolls by, but it won't pay his debts. His bag's feeling lighter with each bet he bets. Pen it down, watch it gleam. Gold rush fever or fool's bright dream. Spin the story, let it unfold. 1 gram of gold makes a man feel bold. 1 gram of gold makes a man feel bold.
Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that was a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For right now, let's show you the gold I found. And there you go. I found gold in 3 of the classifications. I did not find anything in the plus 10, but I'm still happy. Found gold in 3 classifications. Turn on the scale too while we're doing this. So there you go. There is the gold I found. And the reason I classified the gold down is so this way, if anyone is new to panning and they see this, they will know how the gold comes. So if you're new to panning and there's a whole bunch of minus 40 gold like in here, this might not be the easiest paydirt for you to pan out. Whereas if all the gold was in the plus 10, even though there's none, then you would know it's a really easy bag. Now, with saying that, I will say a little bit of a disclaimer. I think my secret shopper might have asked for a harder than normal bag of paydirt. I remember in some of my notes in the wild that one of the paydirts a secret shopper had bought me, that he had asked specifically for the paydirt to be made a little harder, and I think this might have been it, which might be why there's nothing in the plus 10, and most of the gold seems to be in the smaller size. But let's start weighing it up. This is the minus 10 plus 20. 0.205 or 0.2. We'll see. It only matters when the total comes up. So I am guaranteed a gram here. Let's see. This is a minus 20 plus 40. 0.565. And lastly, the minus 40. So 0.34. And let's weigh it all up and see if we got that gram. Give it a second to lock in. All right, all locked in, 1.110 grams of really small gold. Now again, I think a secret shopper asked for this, so this bag was a little bit difficult. Most of the gold was in the minus 20 and minus 40. It had some black sand, so for a beginner, I would give this a hard. For an advanced panner, I would give it a medium, but for an expert panner, this is still easy because there wasn't a ton of black sands. It was a little bit difficult, but nothing that shouldn't take a few minutes to just clean up. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's just open up the spreadsheet and get right to it. So there we go. And as you can see, again, this was the full gram bag from goldbaronpaydirt.com. I was guaranteed, obviously, 1 gram of gold. Its cost was $94. Shipping was $11.85 for a grand total of $105.85. The gold I recovered was 1.110 grams. Now, Gold Spot was $94.52 when my secret shopper ordered this. So yes, I have been sitting on this for a while, but I did calculate everything as if I had just purchased it on today's Gold Spot. So we'll go through that at the end of the video. Now, the gold I recovered was worth $104.92, giving me an ROI of 99.12%. So an amazing ROI, and on my score is a 9.9. So you really can't ask for better than 99%, maybe 100, but you know, I wouldn't push it. Now for fun factor, I'm obviously going to give it the exact same score. There was nothing to take away from this score of a 9.9. I don't think there was anything to really bump it up to a 10, but it's a solid 9.9 for fun factor. For description, I'm going to give it a 10. I think this is the first Paydirt of the year to score a 10 on my new scoring criteria. I am scoring descriptions a lot harder this year, and Gold Baron Paydirt is the first company I think to get a 10. For quantity and packaging, he's getting a 9.5. 10 for quantity because it was over the 1 pound stated, and a 9 for packaging because it came in a typical coffee bag, but it was double bagged. Now for customer service and shipping, he's getting a 10 for both. For customer service, he was incredibly helpful to my secret shopper as well as to me when I sent him an email through a dummy account. And then the shipping was incredibly fast. I think it shipped out the next day, the next morning from when it was ordered, and then United States Postal Service did what they do. But he shipped it out incredibly fast, giving Gold Baron Paydirt a total score of 9.8. So a great score, an absolute score. I just love this. It's always good to see new sellers come out just hitting in the blocks, running. It's wonderful to see this. And it's a huge improvement over his original 2 bags he put out, which were good bags, but he was just building up to doing a 1 gram bag. And I believe he's got a new bag coming out this summer as well. So really good bag of Paydirt from goldbaronpaydirt.com. Okay, and now let's get to these numbers as if you ordered it today, because this bag has been sitting on my shelf for a while and sellers do change, but I did the calculations. If you were to purchase this bag of Paydirt today, it was on sale for $105. It had $10.85 shipping for a grand total of $115.85. Gold spot was $105.83 earlier today when I checked, meaning the gold I found today, the 1.110 grams, would be worth $117.47. Meaning if I would have just waited and had my secret shopper buy it today, I actually would have gotten over 100% ROI. So it doesn't matter if you ordered it 3 months ago like my secret shopper did, or if you ordered it today, you're going to get really close to 100% ROI, I think. That's why you always bring a calculator when you go buy Paydirt. Now, the big question is, would I recommend this bag of Paydirt or order it again? And most definitely an emphatic yes. I really enjoyed this Paydirt. I can't complain about a 99% ROI. There was really nothing I could complain about this bag of Paydirt. I think it was a perfect bag of Paydirt. It had a 9.8 score and a 99% ROI. And if I would have just waited a little while, I would have gotten an over 100% ROI. So a great seller, a great bag of Paydirt, and I'm really impressed with it, and it's probably going to be on my top 10 once I update my top 10 list next month. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below. And then if you want, you can read this list of all my Patreon members who support this channel and help me do these videos.